recording? Cool.
We are.
Here we are. Earthwork virtual harvest gathering. I've been virtually harvesting my tomatoes, and before I came out today, I made 2 big batches of roasted tomato spaghetti sauce, which was just incredible. And I'm thrilled to be here in my original home with my wife, the barn here at the farm. As many of you know, this is where she lived in Marquette and I lived in Lansing, and we came here and lived in the loft through the winter, and then moved up to the little house by the sawmill there. So yeah, we're just gonna play some music. Seth's gonna be here and help me. I don't have the all-stars. Well, I got one all-star. I got the all-star here. I don't have the whole band, which I have to say, personally, if I did nothing else in my life, getting to play with the all-stars is like the top of the list of a list of things I'm proud of, but that's probably one of the greatest. So thanks to Seth for putting that together. Well, let's see. Let's do the galaxy. Let's start with the galaxy, because we need to remember this.
Perspective.
We need perspective, man. So this is Eric Idle's song. And it goes like this. Whenever life gets you down, Mr. Bernard, and things are hard and tough, and people are stupid, obnoxious, and daft, and you feel like you've had quite enough, just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour. It's orbiting at 90 miles a second, so it's reckoned around the sun is the source for all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day in an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour in the galaxy we call the Milky Way. Well, the galaxy itself contains 100 million stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side. It bulges in the middle, 16,000 light years thick, but out by us, it's just 3,000 light years wide. We're 30,000 light years from galactic central point. We go round every 200 million years. And our galaxy is only one of millions and billions in this amazing and expanding universe. Play one, brother. Yeah. Oh, that's sovereign, man. Watching the Perseids, you never know when the next one's coming. Well, the universe itself keeps on expanding and expanding in every direction it can whiz. As fast as it can go, the speed of light, you know, is 1,000,000 miles a minute, and that's the fastest speed there is. So remember when you're feeling very small and insecure, how amazingly unlikely was your birth. And pray that there's intelligent life somewhere up above, 'cause there isn't any down here on earth. So lighten up. It's a good question, why? Lighten up. There are stars in the sky, but you don't know the answer. Neither do I. So meanwhile, let's just all lighten up and remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour. It's orbiting at 90 miles a second, so it's reckoned round a sun that is the source for all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day in an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour in the galaxy we call the Milky Way. In an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour in the galaxy we call the Milky Way. All right. Yes. It's good to remember. I hope some of you saw the Perseids a couple weeks ago there. It's you can't help but just lay there and watch those things and realize how insignificant we all are in that big picture. How about this one? You know this one, Seth? I don't know if you know this one, but we'll do it in the key of G, and then we'll go to A. Come on. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, it brings on the rain. Stop your sighing, be happy again. When you're smiling, oh, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Play one, man. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, oh, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, it brings on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again. Zoom-a-dabba when you're smiling, or when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. The whole world smiles with you. He's the master, man. Never played it, probably never even heard it before.
I've heard you do that one before.
Have you?
Yeah. Great to finally play it. That's good.
It's been a long time since I played it, and I wasn't sure if I had the keys right, but I was willing to take a chance. One of the sad parts of this whole thing, among many, is before quarantines and COVIDs came, I was singing in memory care units and nursing homes. And I love that music, and I love the music of those people that are there. And I happened to know it when my high school friends were listening to Cream. I was listening to Artie Shaw and all this stuff. So I happened to know all these old tunes, and it had to stop when COVID hit. So it saddens me, and I try to reach out to them when I can, because they're there all alone, a lot of them, and they've lost a lot of touch with the outside world. But and so thinking about, let's do Keep Me From Blowing Away. So Yeah, this is kind of my prayer, just to keep me from blowing away here. I believe it's a Kate McGarrigle song. If you ever listen to the McGarrigle brothers, it might be Kate and Anna, I don't know, but we're going to pretend it's just Kate here. Spend my whole lifetime in a world full of sunshine. Found excuses for not hanging around. Squandered emotion, the slightest of notion. The first easy loving I found. Soon all the good times, the gay times, the pray times, like colors run together and fade. So Lord, if you're listening, touch me and hold me and keep me from blowing away. Times when I've trembled, my mind's remembered the days that just crumbled away. Nothing to show but these lines that I know, beginning to show on my face. Lord, if you're listening, you know I'm no Christian. Ain't got much coming to me. So send down some sunshine, throw out your lifeline, keep me from blowing away. So Lord, if you hear me, touch me and hold me, and keep me from blowing away. I like the cricket. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just crickets in the audience.
There's cricket. It's crickets from the audience, which I'm used to. So I can handle that. Let's see. We got a couple more here. That was what, 3?
Yeah.
So let's do 2 more.
Sure.
Is that
2 or
good?
3.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get an encore.
Maybe
If the cricket picks up.
If the cricket picks up. Let's see. What do you want? What do you think? We could do. I went on the mountain just to get my horn to blow. Thought I heard some pretty gal say yonder come my bow. Cause the chicken crow for midnight, chicken crow for days. Long coming now, Lord have mercy, cause he stole my chicken away. Crow black chicken crow for days, crow black chicken and fly away. Crow black chicken, I like chicken pie. lies down behind the hen house. But I fell down on my knees and cast my eyes to the heavenly sky. Said, Lord, Lord, please, don't you tell me about the chicken crow for midnight, chicken crow for days. Long coming now, Lord, have mercy, 'cause he stole my chicken away. Crow black chicken crow for days, crow black chicken and fly away. Crow black chicken, I like chicken pie. Yeah, that is solid, man, that's right. Hardest work that ever I done was plowing a field of rye. The easiest work that ever I done was eating chicken pie. Don't you tell me about the chicken crow for midnight, chicken crow for days. Long coming now, Lord have mercy, 'cause he stole my chicken away. Crow black chicken crow for days, crow black chicken and fly away. Crow black chicken, I like chicken pie. I like chicken pie. He's still running around, man. Got to get him in the oven here pretty soon. I think he's done. I like chicken pie. I did have the line about long coming owl. I had a great. You want to try Marie Lena?
Yeah.
I had a great experience this spring. Some of you may have seen photos that I posted of it.
Oh yeah.
Of an owl nest right behind my house, and I discovered it like a week after we went into quarantine, which was like March 18th, I think, is my first photo. And I got very familiar with them, and they got very familiar with me, to the point where they'd come and land on a branch like 10 feet away, mother would or dad would, and just hang there with me. And so I've got a lot of photos of watching the chicks. One of the chicks fell out of the nest or got pushed out. The jury's still out on that one. And so I hung another box. There was a great organization in Battle Creek called All Species Kinship that helped me, told me how to put a box up on the same tree and re-nest the owlet. And he made it. I've even got video of when the 3 chicks got together for the first time after 5 weeks, which was one of the more moving experiences I've ever seen. And so and at the same time I was raising baby chickens. And so I ended up having to get this big old netting system over my chicken yard. But so long coming out, stole my chicken was a real line for me this year.
That Owl Portal to Sanity series was so good.
The Portal to Sanity, I called it, and you can check it out on my Facebook page. But it was such a beautiful thing. I really learned just how gentle and loving killing machines they were. Because I would watch them bring in meals like every 10 minutes, mice, snakes, squirrels, birds, when those chicks were growing. Wow. And yet they would cuddle and nestle and be so loving to each other. But you better not be a vole, a long-tailed vole, because you might not have a prayer. So here's a tune that I've always wanted to do with the All-Stars, actually. But the rest of the band could never learn it, so
Well, you can't rehearse if you're in the
That's right. That's right. If you're in an all-star, there's two rules in the all-stars, and I forget the second one. Oh, I know what it is. So the first rule, if you're going to be in the all-stars, is if you ask when rehearsal is, you're out of the band. And that seems reasonable to me because they're all-stars. And the second rule is no sorries. Like what goes down stays down. That's it, man. Because you're an all-star. You don't apologize for those things. So it's music, and it's got warts and all. So here's one called Maria Elena that Seth and I learned off Ry Cooder album, off Boomer's Story, which was one of our first musical connections, was that album. So here it is. In the key of C, brother. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Crickets, thank you. Crickets, crickets. Well, one more. Let's do Boomer's Story.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
I mean, is that
great?
long enough? All right, we got a live cricket in the audience. So, yeah, I don't know how long we've been going, but good enough.
All right.
If that's good enough for you.
Sure. Frank Youngman, everybody. Frank lived here on the farm with Shelley, as he mentioned at the beginning, in the studio, which is like part of the barn complex here. And
We had running water. I ran and got it. We had disposal system. I took it out. And Shelley was pregnant, so yes, it was a delightful, unencumbered in many ways winter.
wow, one of my heroes and mentors,
And one of mine, as you know.
dear friends. So glad you could be a part of.
And when did you start playing guitar? Like you were 14, maybe?
Yeah.
That's in my memory. That's when it was about. And I had been Seth's 5th grade teacher, which I have video of you with Joaquim somewhere. I keep trying to dig it up so that we can show it here someday. It's on VHS. Joaquin was his puppet. Steph had a wonderful conversation with Joaquin on video, but when I'd heard that he was learning guitar, I took him a stash of albums, and I thought, okay, I need to give him some examples of great songwriting and great instrumental work. So it included some Tom Waits albums. I think I threw a Randy Newman album in there. And I think one or two Ry Cooder albums. I want to say Boomer Story and maybe Into the Purple Valley, because I wanted you to hear that fingerstyle guitar. And Seth's one of my guitar god heroes here. I honestly think you're like my favorite. If I could play guitar like anybody, it would be like you.
You're sweet.
So I hope that those albums had any kind of little influence. And this is a tune off of Boomer Story entitled Boomer Story. So, and this will be our last one. So thanks for having me here, Seth, and we'll see you all next year at Harvest if the creek doesn't rise, and that'll be a glorious event as it always is. So keep up the good work, folks. Keep up the good fight, and don't forget to vote, please. Please crawl to the polls if you have to. I will. So just vote, and let's try to right this ship. You ready?
Yeah.
Come and gather all around me. Listen to my tale of woe. Got some good advice to give you. Lots of things you ought to know. Take a tip from one who's traveled. Never stop to rambling round. 'Cause once you get the Roman fever, you never want to settle down. Boys never want to settle down. Met a little gal in Frisco, asked her to be my wife. Told her I was tired of roaming, thought I settled down for life. Then I heard the whistle blowing, you knew it was a red ball train. And I left that gal beside the railroad, and I never saw the gal again. Boys, I never saw the gal again. Saw the gal again. Never saw the gal again. Left that gal beside the railroad. Never saw the gal again. All over the country, I've traveled everywhere. Been on every branch line railroad, never paid a nickel fare. Been from Maine to California, Canada to Mexico, and I never tried to save no money. Now I got no place to go. Boys, now I got no place to go. Listen to a boomer story, pay attention to what I say. Hear another train a-comin', guess I'll be on my way. If you wanna do me a favor, then I lay me down to die. Make my grave beside the railroad so I can hear the trains roll by. Boy, so I can Thanks, everyone. Enjoy harvest gathering virtually any way you can. I hope your harvest was good this year for all of you. So keep harvesting love. That's what we need to do. Thanks, Seth. I love you, man.
Love you, man.
It's beautiful. Thanks, Crickets.